subscribers to come in that I actually gained some after all of that loss. So, you know what? God is in control. And, I was figuring, hey, if it's going to be this weekend, I was just preparing myself for, whatever happens. It would be on God's will. So basically, and then I got hacked over the weekend. Um, that was a mess, but I was able to clear that up. I mean, just all these attacks. And this didn't really start happening until I started doing this series of shows. So it's like, somebody doesn't like it. And see, you got about 3 people in here. 4. So I just want to welcome everybody. We only got to Genesis chapter 8. So today we're going to go over chapter 9 and 10. And in 10, there is something that really super surprised me that I had been reading over for and it makes more sense now. So I hope it will help you to understand the scriptures a little bit more. Hi, Stacy and Kim. Oh, you had a doctor's appointment, so I'm still in and out. Okay. Well, hopefully we won't get any weirdos coming in here today. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Deb. Good to see you. How are you feeling, Deb? Are you getting better? I know everybody's praying for you. Let's see. I'll wait just a little bit longer before we start. So, we'll be starting back up on Genesis chapter 9, verse 1, and going through that. Hi, Judith. Yeah. Everybody's coming in. Getting much better. I've cut way down on my pain meds. Good. That's really good. Because I don't know. Pain is probably the worst, I think, because it's 9 and it just affects even your mental health. Yep. Let's see. Well, okay, so we've got these 2 chapters to go over, and then we'll do like the open chat after. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And it begins with chapter 9, verse 1. And this is Noah. He's getting out of the boat. Everybody's out. It's a fresh new start. And this is basically how it's going to be in the millennium. Everything wiped out, but we'll be more. Yeah, we're starting on 9, and then we'll go through 10. But in the millennium, it's a brand new start. Satan will be out of the way. The fallen angels will be out of the way, and you will really be able to just concentrate. There'll be discipline there. And it really all depends on you as a person, whether you want to grow, just like we are here. It's up to you. Do you want to grow in the Word, or, be, kind of just not knowing what's going on? So, and I could imagine like at the end of the millennium, or the beginning of the millennium, not everybody's going to come out at the same time. So you've got those who were basically, they basically just missed the mark. They weren't taught well, and so they all come out. The dry bones are talked to and preached, and they get settled into their areas. And then people, as the 144,000 go in there, or one of the 7,000 go in and get their family members, as they come out, it's just going to be a constant thing. So you're always getting new people in, and that's why you have the different levels of teachers in there. Like for me, it's just more like the kids, and for April, and probably like for Stacy, I would think she might be in that area too, but I don't know where she's going to be teaching. And Kim, I think she's more in like the adult. But they're all going to be taught up to that point, and you're going to know exactly how to teach and what to teach. So I was going to say hi. You guys are really talking today. Hey, JD. Okay, so here we go. Verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. So that's like a commandment. Do this. So, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Well, this doesn't mean that you can abuse them, because God loves his animals, and he gives you animals to take care of, your little fur babies and stuff. And who knows, maybe they chose you from the first earth age, because I'm thinking when I saw Sally, the donkey that I grew up with, it's like she's in there in the millennium with me. I'm like, that's weird. But if she likes me, she chose me to take care of her. But you guys will see your fur babies again. They'll all be waiting for you. 3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you. Now this meat thing is more of domestic type animals, and in Leviticus it goes through it a lot more, but it's basically the earth had changed. That firmament that was around the earth was broken open, and now you're going to have this different type of weather coming up, like we see today, the storms and things like that. So in the millennium, that firmament will be back around it in a way that we're not going to get these storms and stuff like that, but it won't be completed until the third earth age, when we're in eternity. Okay. But flesh with the life thereof, which is blood thereof, ye shall not eat. And that's the blood is the atonement for your sins. And so this is kind of like where they started to, offer animal sacrifices more, and establishing that. Although, as we get in further in here, it's just crazy what the people do. And surely your blood of your lives will I require, at the hand of every beast will I require it. So if an animal kills you, you need to kills one of your family members or something, it's the same judgment as on people. You go and kill them. So they're sent up. How that works, I don't know, but maybe it's coming back from the flood age in before the flood, and these animals were changed their DNAs and they became more vicious. It could have been from something like that. At the hand of every man's brother will I require it, of a man. And 6. Who sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God made he man. So a life for life, And there are different types of killing. There's like to accidentally kill someone, then they were able to go to a sanctuary city where, you know, the the family that was affected by this, you know, could cool off and maybe they could possibly move back. But anyone who lies in wait, premeditates, that is murder. And when you murder someone, you're murdering their very soul. I mean, they're people that would have been born because of that person. That family lineage right there is gone. And it's like, I don't know what happens to the people waiting to be born to come down, what happens to them if they're born, or, you know, what happens to them, but it really messes up with the plan. And you be and be and you be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply in therein. So just, you know, there's there's a lot of controversy over as far as um, taking, like birth control and things like that. That used to be a huge issue within the Catholic Church, and way back, way back, like um, just way back until like the 60s, 70s, well, 80s is really when it stopped, but having large amounts of kids, you know, it wouldn't be weird to see like 10 kids, you know, and now it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, they find it shocking, but I don't know. Things change a lot. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and your seed after. This is through the umbilical cord, when Christ is born. So this is the lineage in which Christ would be born through. And with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl of the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood, neither shall there be more be flood to destroy the earth. So, you know, how far that the earth was flooded, you know, um, versus the catable type thing. Um, you can go over to Isaiah 54 and read verse 9 and 10, and it talks more about it, kind of that situation where in Isaiah it's talking about the catable, complete destruction. And then here is it, no, everybody didn't die, you know, even the plants were restored back. But as in the catable, God had to literally put seed back on earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. Till it's forever, you know, till the end of this, you know, and even into the millennium, you know. I mean, keeping this covenant that, you know, this next time is going to be destroyed with fire, getting rid of the evil elements. And I do set my bow in the rainbow, and it shall be a token for a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. So not like the catapult, where that was completely destroyed, to now where it's restored, it's cleansed. Water is very cleansing anyway. So you have the water of life, and that restores your spirit. I mean, there's a lot of things in this just alone. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And remember, before this flood, there just came a mist. And that's how it's going to be like in the millennium. So we're going to get rid of all this, weird weather and the different things that come with it, like floods. And the son of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. Okay, so this is what you really need to understand with this. And Ham is the father of Canaan. Canaan, well, we'll keep reading on here. And it said right there to let you know Ham is the father. It's not Noah. These are the three sons of Noah, and them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. So, he started planting and doing his stuff again, getting set up. And he drank of the wine, which was yayin, which is red wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren. So what he did is, whenever you see uncovering the nakedness of, the father, or that means that this other person had sex with his wife or concubine or whatever that is it applying to. And after he did that, I don't know, maybe he was drinking too or whatever, but how his wife, did he rape her, or was it willingly? We'll never really know, but it was him who instigated it, obviously. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. So they didn't, they tried to help out the situation. I was reading in the Targum, and the Targum actually helped write the King James Bible. And what it said in here about why Ham did this is because he didn't have a fourth son, and he was kind of in competition. So his wife wasn't conceiving, so he went to Noah's wife to get a child. So, and it's just weird. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. So he's angry, why would you do something like that? And he said it wasn't God. This is Noah saying it. Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be under his brother. And he said, blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. So, he's understandably upset, but every time he looks at poor Canaan, you know, he gets upset by that, and so you know, he's like, "You gotta get out of here. You get him and Ham," and but they get into their own trouble. But the thing of all this is look at the genealogy when we get into this next one, this chapter 10, because this is kind of that kind of moment. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. So 1 day with the Lord is 1,000 years. So, you know, back then they got pretty close to it. Methuselah was like the one that got the closest. But, you know, and then at this time, after the flood, the times had shortened their lives. So, you know, like with Noah, he still kept his, but those generations after, you know, that's what it applied to. Okay, chapter 10, verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So Shem is the youngest, Ham is the middle, and Japheth is the oldest. So the way that they have this set up is for a reason. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The son of Japheth is Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Yavin, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. And so the son Gomer, and the sons of Gomer, which is Japheth's son, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the Ashkenazi Jews? And they're over like in Armenia and places like that. It just makes me think, is that the same sort? And the sons of Jamin, which is another son of his, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodam. So these places like Gomer, Gomer was the progenitor of the Celts. So these, you know, after a while, these are the ones who crossed over the Caucasus Mountains to settle in those areas in Europe, setting up places. You know, you have the Druids in there with that. I mean, it all stems from this. Magog associated with Gomer in Ezekiel 38:2. Madai, first seen on Assyrian monuments before Christ 840, and called Amada, the Kirkish tribes east of Assyria. Javan, the Ionians of the cuneiform inscriptions and the Tel Armana tablets, Greeks first known by this name, Tubal the Tabali. This is really, let's see, did we go? And then we have, let's see, did the Jovan, Kitchion in Cyrus, Doadanim in Rodanim, and First Chronicles 7 with Samuel. Tarshish, let's see, Elisha was Egyptian, Alasia, the Sicilian coast. Tarshish is probably Tarsus. So they basically established that area around there and these cities named after them. Okay, by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, the coastal lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families and their nations. So even back then, I mean, the family stuck together and grew, and the Gentiles were still there. They had their areas. It was divided up. And the sons of Ham, this is the bad one, okay? So listen very closely. And the sons of Ham was Cush and Mizraim and Phut and Canaan. Now, Canaan, people are like, they think that Canaan, he turned black because, he did this sin. It wasn't, it had nothing to do with that. It was the sin that Ham had done and the curse that Noah put on him. It wasn't from God. So, God is looking at Canaan just like any other child of his. And the sons of Cush, which is the son of Ham, Sheba and Havilah and Sabta and Ramah and Sabtakah, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba and Dedan. So we had from Ham to Cush, and Cush begat Nimrod. And it's very interesting that it would not be put in his genealogy. You see what I mean? Because we have in the sons, in verse 7, and the sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, all those, but it's only in the next verse. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. And as you go through the Old Testament, the Torah, the five books, you'll see Nimrod mentioned in there in some of those books. And it's just interesting once you get like the base knowledge to go, oh, I recognize this name. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, and what he hunted men. I mean, he was evil. Some people think that well, it's weird. If he came from Cush, it couldn't have been a fallen angel. It doesn't say who his mother was. You see what maybe at that time there were Nephilim that were, like a giant type, one of the half-breeds, and he got her pregnant or something. I don't know. It's just so weird, and so many things to think about as to why it's set up this way and why was he so different. Okay, let's see. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, whereby it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. In the beginning of his kingdom, this is the first Babylonian kingdom, and we're going through the last Babylonian kingdom with this new world order. Okay, was Babel and Erect and Akkad and Calneh and the land of Shinar. Every time you see Shinar or Assur or the Assyrian is all related to around Babylon. Out of that land went forth Ashur and builded Nineveh. This is Job. Remember Job, and he was supposed to go to Nineveh and preach to them and warn them, and he's like, no, I don't like those people because we're going back into captivity anyway. And he tries to escape on a boat to get out, and God caused a storm, and all the people, they're idol worshipers and stuff, and they're going, well, it's not my God. He doesn't do anything. And there he is sleeping, and they wake him up, and he's like, there's this horrible storm. Is it your God? And he's like, yes, it's mine. Just throw me overboard and save yourselves. So Job was eaten up by the whale for those 3 days and burped up onto the coast of Nineveh, and people saw that, and they worship Dagon, which is a fish god. So you know how things just kind of work out. You think you're getting away with something, but if God is going to use you, you will be used. You will be placed exactly where you're supposed to. And the lesson between Nineveh and Calah is the same as a great city. Let's see. The four cities: Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Resen. Resen had ceased to be a great city in the time of Sennacherib. Okay. So it wasn't just Babylon. Babylon is just basically talking about that area in those 5 cities. And Mizraim beget Ludim and Anamin and Lahabim and Naphtuim. Let's see, and Patharism and Kazulim, out of whom came Palestim or Philistim and Caphoratim. And Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth. So going back down here, Sidon is the oldest Canaanite city. Sidon, being his firstborn, he lived in that area, the Canaanites. So he didn't stick with the tribes. So when he left, he started mingling in with those fallen angels. And Heth is the Hittites. These are the ones who are the giants. These are the ones who are the half-breeds. So he was right in there with them. And the Jebusites, and the Amorites, and the Girgasites. So let's see. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorite, and the Girgasites. So, it kind of sounds like his family started all that, but there were other people in that area too. But all these Jebusites and Amorites and Girgasites, these are all the prodigy of the fallen angels. And the Jebusites were in around Israel. Jerusalem, they had taken it first, and they named it Jebus. When David came and he conquered that area, it was renamed Jerusalem. Okay, and the Hivites and the Archite and the Sinanite and the Arvadite and the Zemarite and the Hamathite, and afterward the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. So Ham, his progeny really, just kind of, even after going through that flood and seeing all these things, completely went the opposite direction. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as though comest to Gerar, and Gerar is where Abraham and Isaac traveled to and spent a lot of time there, unto Gaza, which is like Palestine, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah and Admah and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in the nations. See, in the nations, he mingled. Unto Shem, remember Shem is the youngest. but why is he the last to be to be talked about? Unto Shem, and he was the first at the beginning of the book. And Shem, the youngest, also the father of the children of Eber. Eber, this is where Hebrew comes from. The children, the Hebrews that crossed the Euphrates. The brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were children born. The children of Shem was Elam and Ashur and Arphaxad and Lud and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz and Hol and Gether and Mash. And Arphaxad begat Salah, and Salah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg. This is when they really started putting out allotments and putting up boundaries, and that's why his name is Peleg. For in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almadad and Shelphith and Hazamareth and Jerah and Hadaroram and Uzal and Diklah and Obal and Abimael, Sheba and Ophir and Havilah and Jochab, and those were the sons of Jochan. And their dwelling was from Mesha as through goes unto Sephar, a mountain of the east. These are the sons of Shem after their families. So the families all stuck together, except for Shem and our to Ham and his prodigy. After their tongues and their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. So the big part, when you go into chapter 11, the whole Bible, okay, this is where the 12 tribes come from Shem. Japheth is the Celts and all those, different types of people and stuff. But I was thinking, in the end, out of the 12 tribes are 144 sealed. Are these people that are not in with the lineage of Shem? Are these Adamites, but like different nations? Because see, Esau, he was, Jacob and Esau, they were, twins, but Esau went and got his own area because he didn't obey and went with, the women he wasn't supposed to go with. Lost his inheritance, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, Shem being, the lineage that would go from womb to womb all the way up to Christ being born. But how does these others fit into the world? And it does talk about them, being in different areas and stuff, but it kind of like it's just weird, because I was thinking, well, it was all from, these three brothers, but it wasn't. It just was from one. Oh, we got through that really fast. Really, really fast. Oh, yay, we got thumbs up. And I made it through, guys. I can't believe it. I mean, my computer got hacked this weekend. I couldn't get onto YouTube to find out. I had to do all this stuff, change things, and blah, blah, blah. And then when I got on today, I noticed, and I'm like, I have about um, more than what I did than when this attrition started, with this study. I mean, they just started dumping people. And I think, it was kind of an attack. He was attacking. Satan is sending his minions to hack you. I believe so, because it was weird. Because I made that video on Friday saying, hey, I might not be back, but I just put my faith in God. Either I'm supposed to be here or not, but he'll take care of it. And then I hacked. And then on that video alone, I think I got like 3 or 4 thumbs down. So it's like, when does that happen? See, Japheth gave us Europe. One of the 2 things of consequence have arisen from that continent. Yeah, so we know, like, Scota, that Jeremiah took over, founded Scotland, and then you have the kings and queens in Britain and the UK. You have Ireland, where the other sister founded Ireland. But like all these other areas, it does say where, these different, where, there's a chart where they all went, like Dan is the Danish. But what about these other people? And just think, okay, so God had blessed these, like Abraham, through this lineage to be scattered, well, not scattered, but like sands of the sea. But it's just kind of weird. And what's going to happen to them in the millennium if they aren't within the 10 tribes? See what I mean? I mean, this is what I've been like really trying to fight with. Are they going to have their own nations? Like Esau will have his own nation, Rush. It's just weird to think of. See, Esau never repented to Yahaveh, just to his earthly father. That's just one of the reasons. Japheth. It was because of the first earth age. He was, how I'm telling you how you are you, regardless if you're in your spirit body or you have your flesh, you're you, and that's what part of the discipline is all about, is to correct that. But Esau did something really bad in the first earth age, didn't care. But he did say, hey, obviously I'll be born down here. But he just didn't care. Sold his birthright. And then he wanted to get Jacob's blessing, with that, the heritage as far as sands of the sea and things like that. All these people coming from that. And, Isaac was like, he wanted to bless Esau really bad because he knew what had happened the first time. But before he was going to, I mean, he's like really fighting with himself, like, I want to bless him, and he ended up blessing Jacob. But that's just the way that God just works with us, you know. He knows that this flesh argues with the spirit. And hey, Kitty came down. So we got about 15 minutes left. I can't watch live chat and click at the same time on YouTube. See, we need 4 more. Thumbs up. Oh my gosh. I put this cover over on the couch and she is more lovable now than ever. Like, that was it. She's sticking by me. Your face is so close up I can see your pores. It's a good camera then. Like, hope they're not big. Sit back, you're too close. Well, I can't see. I can't see if I don't get close. So I will quickly go in, look, and then come out. I can see your pores. Let's see. Who is this? Willis S. Well, welcome. Sorry about my pores. Maybe I need a better toner. Let's see. They also mixed with fallen, possibly Amalek. Yeah, because he, you know, both Abraham and Isaac dealt with Amalek. But Amalek, you know, is more of a title to, you know, like a king, but it doesn't say his name, so I don't know, guys. There is just so much to dig out here. And every time I read, I mean, I always find something new. Shem gave us the Chinese. We have to learn and listen. Beautiful spirit. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see, having a good camera out is just part of the overall experience. You need to have a personality and back it up. True. There she is. She's going crazy. I have like the laser light dot and she's been bugging me. I was trying to set up and she attacked me because she wanted me to play with her. Euro-Asian. Well, the Asians, I would think, like the Chinese have, like, their history goes back 1,000 years before Adam and Eve here, you know. So they, you know, being part of the Asians, but how many of these nations, you know, we have India, we have Spain, we have like the Native Americans. Ooh. Yeah, the Chinese being the 6th creation. Oh, oh my gosh, she bit me. Be good. Ma push, he sweat. My turn. Wick hit now. What? Let's see. Who? She being racist against Native Americans. Who is being racist? Alright. Let's see. There we go. going in here. Let's see. Yeah, see how weird my channel gets hit? Let's see. Oh, I try to go through here and get these people out. That's just crazy, but you see, I just get these people out of here. Well, then get out, Brack. If you don't like it in here, leave, and I'm sure everybody will applaud. Oh my gosh, what the heck? See, I told you. Yeah. I don't know. This is just crazy, guys. I'm gonna get off here because my channel is getting attacked again. And now you can see what they do. I don't know. Looks like Stacy's getting them out too. Let's see. Reagan, you think just because you got a good camera, then we should follow your channel? Well, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Honestly, I don't want you here. Anyway. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and like block a bunch of people. So I'm gonna get off here and I am going to start blocking people. So I'm sorry, tomorrow we're gonna start a new chapter thing, and I don't know, do you guys want to continue to go with Genesis, keep going on that, or do you, like the end of Isaiah, like the last 10 chapters really get into like the millennium and into like the eternity. Oh my gosh. Hey Stacy, I'm so sorry. That's what comes on the front lines though. Channel 29. It was like charge. Whatever. So if I don't end my stream, this is gonna get better. Well, you guys will all be reported, okay? Channel 29. Don't be nice to these trolls. This is crazy. Well, I'm reporting a bunch of people. Oh, gee. Okay, so what do you guys want to do? What book would you like to go on next? Okay, Eagle says just she just did Isaiah. Let's continue with Genesis. Let's see. Or Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is really interesting. Yeah, don't put any personal thing. Let's see, why so many trolls? What are you doing to attract them? I've never seen. I don't know. My channel was getting attacked this weekend. I was hacked. Um, and it, because I think I had said, look, I'm about to lose my channel because I can't upload, and live is the only way that I can get on, and this is a direct attack against me. Okay, I told you guys that, you know, I am a targeted individual and I am attacked and harassed and stalked, and this is just a case of it online. You know, I'm surprised it hasn't happened more, but the more that I do these shows, the more people are coming over, and they don't like it. So just ignore them. Love life. Heal you can. Hey, just want to say hello to all the new people. Can't really keep up because there's so many weirdos in here. Yeah, all you guys are being reported. Okay? You like that? So who does this? You know, who does this type of thing? They obviously don't want the truth out. Could be bots. Gonna report. Hey Daniel, you missed all the good stuff. We got a bunch of trolls in here. Yeah, it's such a small channel. Why would so many people come on here to disrupt this? Think about it. They don't want the truth out. Hey soldier, nice to see you in here. Yeah, we're hanging tough. Okay. Love life all you can. That's what it is. Welcome. Paul says, I'm a weirdo, but I like what you're doing. Well, it says that God's people are peculiar people. The reason is they are sinners and can't handle that you're spreading the truth. That's absolutely, and if you're gonna, teach, if that's your calling, you're gonna come up against the same types of things. And it's really too bad, but you gotta have tough skin and just be like, all right, just don't let it bug you. Let's see. I think we got them out. I don't know. Does anybody else want to be like a mod? Because I'm so happy that Stacy was in here today. That would have been, a lot. So if you guys want, if anybody wants to be one, let me know. Yeah, maybe tough skin is part of tonight's teaching, definitely. And the further we go on, I'm gonna make you the worse these types of attacks are gonna be. That's good. There. Maybe we're all mods. That's right. If you see something like that, just get rid of it. You nip it in the bud, because they come in and attacks like that. Planned attack, obviously. It was funny. I just looked up and I read this weird message. I'm like, what is this? And Stacy's like, trolls. It has to be a computer hack sending all at once. And maybe they're bots. Let's see. Do you go live at a set time? Yes, I go from 4 p.m. Pacific to 5 normally. I do it Monday through Friday. Let's see. Let's see. My turn says, when you surround yourself with good, the evil will always try to break into your circle of joy. Yeah, and see, that's what's so good about, this group, is because we all get along and we understand that, what's going to be coming, and preparing, and just, not letting what we see going around us to, bother us, because we know we'll be okay. There's so much fear out there. Let's see. You can wrench me, but I'm not always, well, who knows? I'm gonna wrench you, Kim, and if you're in here, you're in here, and if not, and welcome all the new people. I am just like blown away. Well, next time, we are armed, guys. I don't know if anybody else wants to do this, but we are armed. Roxanne, do you want to be a mod? I'm gonna make you a mod. We are armed. Next time that happens, is like, boom, get rid of it. I was reading Genesis and found you through the word Genesis in search. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my channel is really, really hard to find. That's why I put it in the way it is in the title, because it's kind of cached. You can find you know, not always, but hey, Annette's here. Hey, girl. Mind for Knowledge, JD Eagle. Let's see. My Turn is new. Annette is back. Roxanne. Live Life All You Can is new, so let's definitely welcome them. Yeah. Nothing can stop what God is doing, and He's shining you bright light. Well, all of us really. Look how we all came together and just said, let's take care of the problem. You'll be on tomorrow too, Annette? Good. It's nice to have you in here. So, okay guys, I guess we'll just keep going on, and if you want to do another one, I mean, just let me know. We can really do any book that you guys want to do. I found your channel via friends direct link. Let's see. When she told me your name channel, I couldn't find it. Yeah, that's the problem. You will never find it. So you have to have the direct link, and that's the weird part. So I think people that are here are supposed to be here because it is so hard. And I know that was a total attack on my channel because who knows I'm even here, you know what I mean? It's like, why go through all that bother just to, you know, put some trolls in here? Yeah. United we stand. That's right. We're not going to let that. Oh, do you plan on reading from the Colburn anytime soon? Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, I can actually start it tomorrow if you guys want to like hear it. I've been reading out of the Targum Onokus and Jonathan, kind of seeing the difference of them, but it really opens up, like, this is what like the King James Bible and things to help write the scriptures, so it gives a lot more detail, and the verses kind of shortened because of all the description and stuff, but it gives you the basic type of what happened. But you go into the Targum, and it's just the 5 books, the Torah, but it's really mind blowing. So I could go tomorrow in it, read a little bit of Genesis, and then go into the Colburn. Hey, baby. She's good now. Okay. All right, guys. So, let's see. I guess it will be on Genesis, probably 11 and 12, because we go through them very quickly, and then I'll read about Noah's flood, what is talked about from there, from the Colburn. And it's super, super interesting. Although, you know, it's nothing that you like, you know, gospel truth and stuff. These are just entries from the past of what other people had seen and recorded on these very old types of tablets and stuff. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Be armed and ready for trolls. And good night. God bless everybody, okay? Love you guys.